the Lions. That's what we'll start off with today because I'm sitting there. No, I'm not clapping for the Lions.
The pride.
Not as a Viking fan. It was a great win. I'm sitting there with about 4 minutes left in the Detroit game saying, wow, look at this. The Vikings are about to play Sunday Night Football with the chance to get within one game in the loss column of the Lions here. Detroit, the Bears defense looked great. I was ready to come on here and make 1985 Bears jokes and say Justin Fields, who had a pretty good day, where's he going to fit in by the end of this offseason to the Bears' future plans? And next thing you know, Jared Goff in that Lions offense with Montgomery, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Laporta, so many weapons. When they get going, they're tough to stop. A crazy comeback win. You just don't see the Lions do these things normally.
Yeah, I was sitting down for dinner yesterday with my good buddy from college, big Lions fan. Only Lions fan I know.
Me too.
No,
I know another.
His name is Alex, and he's like, he blew out his candle on dessert on his little cupcake. He's like, my one wish in this world is a Lions dub tomorrow, 1-0 every week. We get to Vegas, win the Super Bowl, and I hoist that trophy with my guys at the end of the year. So
he wants to hoist the trophy.
So I think he's the reason they came and won this game. But I was stunned because we'll give the Lions their flowers. It's a tough game, divisional game. They were down and out, and they came back and found a way to win. They looked
horrible.
But they looked bad. Like, take away some fluky 12-point comeback in the final 3 minutes, and we're sitting here talking about how the Lions could be potential frauds, and they got blown by Baltimore.
But that's the thing, that good teams in the league, they find ways to win these games, and Detroit never does that. Today they do, and that's where I sit back and go, wow, it sucks because I thought we were going to be a game out going into tonight's match, but yeah, like the Lions find a way to get it done. Ziggy, did you know, Adam Schefter put this out there, for the first time since 1969, the Lions and Browns have each won 7 of their first 10 games.
The Lions are 8-2.
Lions are 8-2. It's crazy. They're right
that
there
wasn't the
only
historic thing today either. Today was the first time in NFL history that a team with a +3 turnover margin and a 40-minute or more time of possession lost the game.
Of course.
So because it's the Bears, right? So they have to have a loss like this.
It was a great loss for the Bears. Needed.
We've talked about this on numerous occasions, right? The one flaw in the Detroit Lions, if there is a flaw, is we've seen the potential for Jared Goff to play kind of poorly and be the reason they're going to lose a football game. Mm-hmm. And for the most part today, he was sloppy. 3 interceptions. It took a while to get going, and here we are. They're down by 12 with 3 minutes to go.
And that's my concern for them going into bigger matchups. And look, their schedule, I have it right here. They got the Packers, the Saints, the Bears, the Broncos. Then they close with Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings. Not a lot of really, really tough matchups for them, so they should be fine to coast into the playoffs. But if you go up against a Dallas or a San Francisco and the Eagles, you need good Jared Goff. And we've seen enough good Jared Goff this year that you can be confident he'll show up. But if they do flop, like the Ravens game or today, I'm not sure that team is good enough. But we'll stay positive on them because ultimately this is a great day for Lions fans to say, okay, we showed some resiliency here.
Divisional opponent, backs against the wall. They came back. They won 8-2, leading the division by a couple of games. Stadium's rocking today. We'll give them their flowers. They deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, look, this was a bad game, an unusually bad game for both sides of the ball. Like Brian Branch had a couple critical penalties, right? There was that defensive holding call that extended the Bears' drive. There was that illegal contact penalty, like right out of the gate in the second half. That doesn't happen most of the time. The tackling was horrendous. That doesn't happen most of the time. They don't turn the ball over four times most of the time. So there's not a lot of worry. I mean, every year, right? Like one of the top teams just has a bad game against a bad opponent. It happens. It's hard to win in the NFL. Justin Fields is one of those players that'll just put up 100 rushing yards. So I agree there's not a lot to be concerned about. The thing to be concerned about is that Matt Eberflus is now 0-9 against the NFC North.
Dude, the loss for Bears fans, I know most Bears fans are probably sitting back and are low-key happy about losing the game for the draft position. But still, it's really concerning when you see 17 points in the fourth quarter for Detroit. Some of the play calling at the end there, not trying to win the game. Like, Justin Fields has his past 3 games. Well, let's not count the Viking game. His past 2 games beat the crap out of the Commanders, and he looked really good for the majority of today. It could be worth by the end of the season looking and saying, all right, where are the Bears sitting on the Justin Fields? And we'll have to wait till the end of the year to really look at this from a broader point of view. But he's starting to make a case for being a longer term quarterback.
No,
so
he's
you're
not.
shaking your head.
If they don't take, look, the Panthers are going to give him the number one overall pick. Yeah, you've got to take Drake May.
Okay.
You got to take one of the quarterbacks. Like, I'm sorry, Justin Fields has not shown enough. I think, like, you don't like trade him for a 7th round pick. You don't do what the 49ers did. I guess, what did Purdy actually go for? I don't remember. It was more than the 7th rounder. But, like, no, Justin Fields is not a guy that.
All right, so you're done.
Today, on the first drive of the game, in the Lions-Bears game, I was like, oh, Justin Fields is back. He's the man.
He looked really good.
20-yard scramble, lead him right down.
I want to see how he plays the rest of the season. You probably have to take Caleb Williams or Drake May if you get that Panthers selection number 1, but he's looked good the past couple of weeks. You have to wait around and see.
Bo next.
Maybe the Heisman winner.